All right, well, this tutorial deals with processing images for this class. So I mentioned we have two steps to this process. We have step one is making content print from all your images, and we showed how to do that. The second process is to make a print and what's expected of you. So I've loaded my card, my camera here is flash card from my camera, and it opens up. I worked with this, so it's going to open up right to the pictures I wanted. I'm going to go ahead and using this preview a little bit just to get me close, but I can take all the images. If you have multiple assignments on your card, you don't want to pick up everything, so you might want to just select a few. So I've already done that. So that's how you take that. What I do is copy them to a folder on my desktop. So I have a folder here called Christmas, and I want to go ahead and open up Bridge. With Bridge open up, then I can go ahead and start making selections. We already have a contact print, so we're gonna, we would look at these in terms of a contact print. So, let's just take an image. I guess we can take something like this, and we'll just take a look at it. Great. Okay, so it's a fairly nicely composed image. Looks pretty sharp. We're going to open it up in Photoshop, which I already did by double-clicking. And we're going to see the tone. We notice that we have some issues here with it being off color a bit. So in the past, I would not have recommended this process, but it seems like CS4 and everything I've read is that they recommend that you go through their auto steps: auto tone, auto contrast, auto color. So that typically you would do auto tone, then auto color, then auto contrast if you need it. So you would inspect this every time. So let's just try it. And again, we're going to get the quickest results as we can. That's going to be acceptable. Notice too that the size of the picture is 60 megabytes. It's a fairly big image. I'll go down here to auto color, and that should shift a lot. Looks really nice. We could do some dodging and burning here. I'm using History Brush. Also setting our black point a little bit more. So let's just go back into layers. That's Command or Control L on your keyboard. And you can just see what auto looks like. It's a little bit brighter. I'll go and take my black eyedropper here at black point and just select the place on the image. There we go. So you can kind of move it around and see what you get. If you find that something looks better than another thing. If not, let's cancel it. So let's go with what they gave us. Just use the three autos. I'm going to also add a filter to this, unsharp mask filter. The radius is the size, the threshold, well, it's like the diameter of it, radius of the pixel, and threshold is the edge of the pixel. I'm going to go about 70, and that'll just sharpen the picture up a little bit more. What you also need to know is you have to go to image size. So we're going to go choose image size, or Apple Alt I is the shortcut, Apple Alt I. So let's just set this at 200. So we don't need to be super big, but it would be print quality. That's what we're looking for. And let's go ahead and set this at 10 wide. If this is too big for you to drop in the Dropbox, you can make this 7 wide. But I like to have it a little bit bigger. You can always go smaller. It's hard to go bigger. So there's our picture. We've got that. Now we're going to go ahead and save as. So this we want to have a different name, so I'm going to put this one maybe and then whatever the assignment is, final. Then we're going to put it, you can put it back in that folder, which would be fine. That way you have them all together. It's probably best to do that. So we'll drop that picture, that finished picture back in our folder, and we'll say OK. All right, that's a nice trick to have. Remember that we just do a couple of steps here to make the picture acceptable for this class. So we want to go in and open the image from Bridge after we make our selection, or if you know your selection after you made your contact print, probably pretty easy to find it. Go ahead and do the auto process. You can get a little more complicated, but why do that if this does an adequate job for you? Image size, 200 ppi, 10 inches wide, or let's say 8 inches tall. And then finally we save it using the naming protocol. And that is the end of that.